Hey, welcome along to another episode of Behind the Bar podcast, brought to you by the coaches and clients of RT Fitness Durham, Sunderland, the Barbell Club and the Barbell Club Online, where we take you from complete beginner to photo shoot ready wherever you are in the world. So on today's episode, we have the full squad in the house. So we've got Coach Sarah, Paige and latest Coach Mia. We talk lots of things fitness and just have a good big crack, to be fair. Some quite good big takeaways from the coaches. I asked them some quite deep questions. They answered them and then also had a bit of a laugh at the end. So yeah, subscribe to the channel, share it if you like it, but most of all, enjoy the show. Ain't nothing in this world that's stopping me. Welcome along. So this one's going to be a hell of a lot better than the last one. I have actually got the camera set up properly, hopefully, fingers crossed. If not, we've got Joe in the background to help us out in any way. I'll tell you if the battery dies. So this is got Coach Sarah. I'll do what you do. This is Coach. This is Coach
Mia.
Remember, use a good mic. We hold it. That's it. Yeah.
Mia.
So Sarah, Paige has been on the podcast before. Mia, you're the newest coach. I'm just going to go straight to you. How did you enjoy being a coach? Or go for it. How long have you been a coach? A bit about you.
Coach since December 23, so still pretty new. And then joined Barbell Club February. About right. Love it. It's really good.
What do you hate?
No, do I really do. I love all the coaches, members of Mint. It's fun. It doesn't feel like work. I always say to Sarah all the time, it doesn't feel like I'm coming to work. I'll have Wednesdays where I'm like, I wish I was going in. I genuinely love coming in. It's just Mint environment. Coaches, great to bounce off, great to learn from. And yeah, it's just nice community feel. Really, really love it.
Got to say on that?
What, on Mega's journey?
Yeah, go on.
She brightens up my day. She's like a little rainbow in the gym. Unless she's got a face on.
Which is never.
But apparently all three of us have got resting bitch faces, so it's fine.
We do, in all fairness.
I think do you know what? I think this is slanderful. And honestly, I think...
Is that a word?
Yeah, it is now.
I thought you said no big words today.
I think I'm the best. I think I'm the least bitchin' face at rest.
No, that photo of all three of us. That photo of all three of us from the coaches, where we're all just stood there, we're just catching it. We're catching them. Where we're all just stood there,
Yeah.
In all fairness, we look like we're about to take someone down.
Yeah, but I remember my first week, Sarah said to us, you've got a resting bitch face sorted out. And I was thinking, fucking hell, she's going to sack us. So, I've made a conscious effort to smile every second of every minute of my carnage session. My jaw... I had Dom, Sarah. The next day, I couldn't stretch it back into place. It was ridiculous. So, I have to take breaks now. I'm smile, turn away from Sarah. Relax the muscles.
I think you always smile.
Thank you.
I don't think your jaw's hurting off smiling. I think it's off shite now.
Combo.
That's what I can do today.
True. That does happen.
So, who do you like to... So you what are you fucking laughing at?
I was going to just go, so who do you like the most?
Oh, no.
I thought it was going to be that as well.
Because obviously you do personal training as well, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah. So what kind of people do you like to coach?
I like people that like to train. No...
Not many people like to train.
Not many people. I don't know. I prefer working with more Gen Pop and beginnery style. I don't know, I just feel like I like to see the journey, whereas obviously when you get quite advanced clients who are coming in to train for specific things, you do still get that, but to a lesser degree. So I don't know, I like working with kind of people who are new to strength training, who've lived on cardio and aren't seeing results they want. I think it's because that's what I was like. So it's nice to kind of put my journey into someone else's hands.
So like introductory.
Yeah, basically.
Nice.
If you want to just shorten it down.
Pass the mic to Paige.
Oh dear.
So I'm going to ask all three of you this. What does being a barbell club coach mean to you?
Oh, that's tough. That one. Why do I get this first?
Because you were just along the line. I can see Sarah's head ticking over here.
I know, because I haven't coached for ages.
I think most of the time it's like being like a really intense best friend for them. Like sometimes they just need like sometimes they just need like a little bit of like a help, or like it is great when they come in and they're all ready for their coaching and they're like just game to get started in the gym, but occasionally it's just giving them that little bit of space. Like, yeah, best friend, I suppose. Yeah.
Okay.
What was the question again?
What does being a barbell club coach mean to you?
Like me personally, or what do I think it is for the barbell coaches, since I'm not on the floor?
Yeah, so like what it represents, what it is, what it means to you. If you could describe what being a barbell coach should be, what should it be? I mean, Paige has just said, be a best friend.
Kind of similar to Paige's, but I think it's the voice of reason. It's talking people down when they're up a height about not getting X, Y, and Z results because they've seen such and such get X, Y, and Z results. It's like bringing them back down and sort of saying, look, this is your journey, this is where you're at, and this is where you can get to. Stop focusing on what everybody else is doing and focus on you. Because I think that's half the battle with a lot of people on the barbell club style program, is comparing to everybody else and what everybody else is getting from it. So yeah, talking them back from the ledge, so to speak.
My turn. Your turn. So I'm going to piggyback a bit off like what you have said. I would just say, if you take a teacher, a therapist, and a bestie, and you just mash them all together into one big ball, that's what a coach is to me. Like, I'm going to tell you off when you need it, because sometimes they need it. And I'm going to be your best friend just because I'm everyone's best friend. And like,
even if
they don't, yeah.
Like you told us.
Oh, for real, yeah. I told Paige and Sarah that my friends. Just said,
we are friends.
We are friends now.
You have no choice.
And like therapists as well, like I speak to like my clients will tell us like so many like just little problems that are so not related to the gym, and you've got like everything comes into it, because if you come into training and something's gone wrong the day before, you're really stressed or you're having problems here or there, like I need to know about that really, or have an idea that something's at least going on, so that it can explain behaviour that might transpire during our session. Yeah, I think it's, yeah, definitely, that's it. That's my statement.
Nice. I'm glad I've got some good coaches. What are the biggest problems you probably hear from clients, and how would you sort it out?
Oh, you twat. Why'd you give it to me first? The biggest problems I hear from clients with regards to training?
Training, nutrition, like probably is like the most common, I would say, the most common problems you hear from clients and probably prospects as well. And how do you coach them through it?
This could be like the world's longest answer, because there's that many problems.
We just do one.
Save some good ones for us.
Time. Time's always the biggest problem for everybody. How do I get them through it? I think sometimes it's just a refocus and it's a redirecting, because a lot of people say that they don't have time, but actually when you look at the day, they've got lots of time, they're just being really inefficient with it. And I think sometimes it's preference of what they want to spend the time doing as well. And it's kind of coaching them through the fact that if they want to stay the same, they should continue doing exactly what it is that they're doing, but then accept that that's where they're going to be and that's where they're going to stay. And I think when people think of that statement and think, oh, well, I don't really want to be where I'm at, otherwise I wouldn't be on the phone to you, or I wouldn't be joining your programme, then they start looking at the time that little bit more efficiently. Whether it's, I know every coach in the land says, look at your screen time, how much time are you spending scrolling through shite on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, and like allocate that to tracking your food or going out and getting steps in, or how much time do you spend binge watching series on Netflix? And I think they then start thinking about these behaviours and all the rest of it. And I would never say to someone like, don't scroll on your phone and don't do Netflix and replace all this stuff that you enjoy doing, but prioritise everything and look at gaps in your day where you are being really unproductive, and think, right, what can I do that's what I enjoy but productive at the same time? It's like watching Netflix while you're getting your steps in on a treadmill, for example. Merge the two.
Having a long-standing relationship with yo-yo dieting. So, especially for women, I would say, I'll speak to women. And actually, even though obviously with a lot of people they're having too many calories, like that's an obvious problem for a lot of people, I honestly find that especially women tend to be having too little calories, where it's affecting the energy levels. Like I've had loads of women come to us who are like very busy active jobs, coming to the gym, training 4+ times a week, and very tired, very sluggish, not performing the best in the gym, and we'll speak about nutrition and they'll turn around and tell us that they're on 1,200 calories. Because for some reason I feel like women have just got it into their heads that that's the standard amount of calories you should be having.
But on that, they're only having 1,200 calories when they're training and on it, because they're not just having 1,200 calories outside of the gym, are they? Like if they haven't started something, they ain't just having 1,200 calories, are they?
No, but that's what I mean about the whole yo-yo dieting thing of like binge restrict, and just being stuck in that loop. And getting out of that loop, I think, is very hard for some people.
So the initial question was like, how?
Have I gone off track?
No. How? No. Because then there's the second part of it. It was like, so how do you coach them out of that?
Education.
How?
Just honestly having open conversations, explaining why you need calories, like why you need to be eating, and why doing this binge restrict cycle's only going to lead you to progressively gain more weight than you started with.
Okay. This is actually a good lead on to me. Next questions what I have for you. But yeah, Paige, biggest problem and how do you coach them through it?
Sometimes it's impatience.
Yep.
It can be someone that's been at the gym for ages, and obviously it gets harder to raise your numbers as you've been training for longer. It takes a lot. You have to be in the gym a lot. When you're only in kind of 4 days a week and you're doing the splits, it is harder to see that big jump as it was when you started. But then at the other side of the coin, you've also got the ones that have started that are new, and they do start making these big jumps, and they can be starting on empty bar, and then they're suddenly up to 40 and they're doing really, really well. But then they'll go and look at the boards and see that other people are on 60, 70, 80, and they're like, well, why aren't I there? And it's like, well, it doesn't happen overnight. You can't just go from nothing. Before you start here, you weren't doing anything. You're doing brilliantly. You can't go from there to where someone is because they've been here for 5 years. So there's two different sides of the impatience, and it's just trying to get them to realise that, yeah, these things don't happen overnight. It's great when you have just started and your weights go up quickly and you're enjoying it, which is brilliant because that gets a lot of people hooked. They do get kind of addicted to it, which is great. But yeah, the impatience can be a bit much sometimes.
So what do you say to them?
I try and
say on the people who's been there a while. We'll start on that one.
Be realistic with where they were last time and try and look at the small gains that they are getting. Try and look at last time that they say deadlifted or the last time that they did squat, and they don't see it as a big thing, but we've had it a lot recently where we haven't done squats for a while, and a lot of the clients are coming back and they're doing squats for reps for what they last did on 1 rep max. But if we just came in and did some squats, then they don't really think about it. And I don't think they see the number as big when they see everyone else's numbers on the board, who obviously have done exactly the same in exactly the same time frame. Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think the psychological part is then when people are looking at this board? Because obviously we've got all the boards in the gyms, and I see clients go and have a look at the numbers, but I see it as a motivator rather than a demotivator.
I think it's hard sometimes as well when they're new, because they always see all of the names and they obviously have no context as to who's been here a while, who hasn't, who's new. So they're just comparing a load of weights. Say if I got a new person into one of my groups, say it was when Ryan was here, into the same group as Ryan, and they're like, oh, well, he's on that. And I'm like, yes. But he's been here basically since he was a child. He's spent years to get to this point. He eats a lot of food to get to this point. You've just started. If you come back to me in the amount of time that he spent doing all of this and you're not at that, then fine. Yeah, I get the comparison. But it's not a comparable journey. I try and, I've had a couple of new ladies recently, so they're doing well. But I'm trying to look at the board and be like, okay, let's not look at these ladies. Let's have a look at, so Michelle, that hasn't been lifting for long, Sally, who's just done the shred, and be like, okay, so they struggle with the same things as you. Let's look at their weights instead. People that are on a similar journey to you, rather than just looking at the board as a whole.
I think it could maybe even come down to kind of not just personality type, but even confidence levels when it comes to seeing it is either like a motivation or an attack. Like if you're feeling quite secure in your journey, then you're probably going to see it as motivation of like, right, that's great that they're there. I want to be there too. If you see it as kind of a like, oh, well, they're there. Like maybe look at how you're feeling about your own journey. Like, am I secure enough in my journey that this person's journey's negatively affecting us? Because it never showed.
I think when Paige obviously said there, like, no journey's comparable, one of the important factors to realise when people start with the barbell club specifically is how different everybody's goals are. So you can't walk into a gym and say, I want to lose 5 stone, whilst at the same time simultaneously say, I want to be able to squat as much as that person there. Because if you're in a dieting phase and you're looking to get your weight down, you're not going to have the fuel to push on up through the weights. You're not going to have that development there. So you've got to get that balance with your nutrition and your training, and you've got to have a sure focus of what your own specific goals are, because if you want to come and join the gym to be the best lifter and lift the biggest numbers, you've got to fuel that. Does that mean you want to lose weight? Probably not.
You've got to look at it as well in comparison. I know a few of my members do. If I'm 60 kilograms and I'm lifting a 60 kilogram bench, and Barbara is 80 kilograms and lifting a 60 kilogram bench, we are lifting the same weight, but in comparison to what percentage of our body weight we're lifting, I would technically be outlifting Barbara, because I'm lifting my body weight, Barbara isn't.
Yeah.
So you can't just look at a number. I mean, some members won't even know, when they're looking at the board, might not even know the member. Yeah, they might not know what they look like. It's just a name on a board. Mm-hmm. So silly.
Nice, I like that. So one thing I've been thinking of is people say, not just leaving us, but just in general, like when people stop a journey, so say they've done 3 months, 6 months, whatever else, and then they just completely stop training, right? And in today's modern society, most of us have desk jobs. If you're a grafter, like if you're a Britty, joiner, whatever else, you probably don't need to train.
Your fitness levels are always going to be through the roof. I don't think you need to do anything on top. The only reason why those people are doing it on top because they've been having a fucking full English, a Greg's and a fucking Matty D's during work day. So they could just tighten up the diet and look good. But for today's modern people, they need to be in a gym, moving, whatever else. Why do they always stop? And how can we convince them to stay? Go, Will, she's ready.
I think that depends. They stop because they're not prioritising it, and I think to a certain degree there's nothing we can do to convince them to stay.
Jinx.
They have to make that decision. Like, yeah. It has to be a choice. They have to do it. It has to be their choice to want to lose that weight. I get that people always complain that they are overweight and they are unfit, but if I go back, they have to make that decision. It doesn't matter how much we say that it's good for them, or a doctor could say that they're in a bad state of health. They have to make that decision
100%.
to do it.
I say that I can take you so far, and like I can really want you to get fit, and I do with every client I work with. Like I say, I want to be best friends with every single person I work with. I genuinely do. Like each person I work with, I love, like genuinely. But you have to want it. Like I can it's like I can even put your shoes on for you, but you've got to put the laces together at least. You've got to do something. Like you have to want it. If you don't want it, nothing I do is ever going to be enough. And it has to be for you. It can't be for your husband, for your wife. Like sometimes it can't even just be for your kids. You have to want it. You can want it so that you've got a better life with your family, but it's got to be your want. It can't be an external motivation. It has to be some level of internal motivation to stick at it. Because otherwise you're going to get bored, or you're going to have a new hobby that comes up and the new fad is going to take over.
You got out on that?
I think everyone lives in, not everybody. I think a lot of people live in the here and now, and some people will do 3 or 6 months and they're getting good results and they're seeing progress and they're feeling so much better, but they're living so much in that now and that feeling that they forget what they felt like before they started, and they don't then consider what will I feel like if I go back to that. Some people, when they stop training, they do keep up the activity levels and the healthy eating, and they do continue to see progress, and they are happy doing that, which is great. I don't think it's about convincing people to stay in the gym, because that just might not be their thing. You've got to be happy doing whatever it is you're doing. It shouldn't feel like a chore. It should be something that you genuinely enjoy, because otherwise you're not going to keep it up long term. But I think because people do live in the here and now, some people unfortunately do forget how they felt at the start before they started to get the results and things like that. And then it's not until they go back over that they go, oh shit, I should have kept going with it. But these two are right. They've got to have that internal motivation to want to stay where they're at or improve on it and not go back over, because otherwise ultimately they will.
We can create this amazing community, which there is, but that person could still pay the money every month, come to the session and do nothing, and not put that effort in. You can put them in you can pick someone up, put them in the environment, make them want to stay in the environment, but are they really getting what they need to out of it? If that makes sense.
Yeah.
They have to. That's what everyone enjoys the environment. The gym, I'm pretty sure they always seem to, but you're still going to get some people that turn up for the environment and not the actual reason that they're meant to be there.
I know, but what is you said there, the reason they're meant to be there. What is the reason why people are meant to go to the gym?
Well, I know it's the whole thing about you go to the gym for this social, happy hormones, but you go to the gym to get fit and to stay in shape. At the bottom line, at the really bottom nitty-gritty line.
I don't think it is,
Yeah, I think that depends.
I think it very much depends on the person, because I think so many people are so not distracted, disconnected from people and they maybe don't have a social circle of their own, or they've gone through hardship and they want to remove themselves from the circles that they're currently in, that actually it is the environment and it is the social aspect that is the big thing for them.
Yeah.
That is the big thing that's getting them out the house. That is the thing that's getting them out of their own heads. That's the thing that's helping their mental health, not the physical.
No, and that's great, but I thought it was like kind of tying back to the question of like keeping people in shape.
Yeah, but
Physical shape,
I'm not
obviously.
arguing with you, by the way. You looked dead concerned. I'm not having a pop.
I think there's like a little bit there though, like because a lot of people, like Ross said earlier, are in the office-based lifestyle. So they wake up in the morning, they don't go out, they don't get a walk. You go to the office, you sit in a chair all day. You have your lunch, you sit in a chair for the afternoon. You come out of there, it's tea, get the kids from school, sort their tea out. Everything's inside of the house. So you've just got this big circle of being inside, seeing what you have to do, going to work, going to sleep, feeding yourself. There doesn't seem to be a lot of people have that gap out for themselves. And I know that's, like you said earlier, a lot of people don't have time, or say that they don't have time to make that time for themselves. But a lot of it is, even if they're just coming for the atmosphere, that is still more movement and will get them that little bit fitter than they would have been just staying in that circle of
That's
staying
true.
inside. It mightn't be ideal, but it's something.
Yeah, something's always better than nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've brought it exactly back round to that, so that was good, because it is like the baseline is the lower thing, but then when they get the community, that it's sort of a convincing way to keep them going in a sense. But the bigger message is trying, like where I said before, it's like, how do we convince them? I mean, I'm not using convince in like a manipulative way. It's just trying to like get the masses to fucking like get it to the point of like, you are sitting on your ass all day, you're doing fuck all, like you literally, it's people working from home, that's it. Like if I didn't have to go to the gym, this would be my seat all day, and I'm not kidding you. It's normally nice and set up. So yeah, how like it's a hard fucking thing to do, isn't it? Especially if they've done it as well, especially if they've like went through a 12-week, 24-week process, whatever it is, but then they just fucking go back, and it's like you've found the time, you know what you've got to do, and yet still like don't feel as though they need to do it. It's like people maybe leave us, it's like, I'm gonna have a few months off, and it's like a few months off.
Yeah.
Like you've got to be moving your body for that longevity, but I suppose
It
people
might
can't
just
see
be
the
an
future, can they?
experience thing. Like some people genuinely might think taking a few months off won't affect them that much, and might genuinely think like, I can take a few months off and stay in shape, and it's going to take them doing that maybe once, maybe twice, to realise that, oh wait, when I stop, everything goes to shit again, and then I come back, so maybe I should just keep doing it. It might just be an experience thing.
I mean, we do get a lot of people come back, don't we? Which is nice, very, very nice. But I mean, I don't know if you remember, one girl, when we did, this is the cringiest thing I'm going to say, the January Jeans Challenge, many years ago, and one girl lost something like, because it was only 28 days after the January, wasn't it? And she lost something like 2 stone, like straight away. Was it her and a fella or something like that? And she just says, I'm going to have a month off. Like, I've done a month, I don't know if you can remember. She lost an insane amount of weight, and it was like, I'm going to have a month off now. And we were like, you've just lost all this weight. Like, you've got to keep going. No, I need a month off. She never came back. Do you remember?
I'm trying to rack my brains. It was a long time ago.
I know. I actually remember the ad as well.
I remember the ad.
Because I'm sure I used my
Yeah,
stomach
you
in it.
Of course you did.
I did, yeah. What did I have after that? Shit. Have you got anything, Sarah? Just before I think of something.
No? Do you mean to say that you haven't prepared?
No, I did prepare.
You haven't got your questions written down?
Nope.
3 Ps.
It was something along the lines of convincing. but not. Okay, we'll skip past that one. So, animals, what would you be, Mia, and why?
Not a cow. Cows are my favourite, but not a cow. I would probably be some form of like a little monkey. Just a cheeky little monkey swinging around. I could get into cracks and crevices, travel. But then I'd also want to be able to go in the water, and monkeys can't go in the water. So maybe something else. Maybe an otter.
So from a monkey to an otter.
Probably change my mind again by the end.
How about a monkey otter?
That could work. Like a...
Oh,
they're shit. They're really bad. You hatch them at home.
yeah.
Definitely get into cracks and crevices if you were a sea monkey.
Go on, you.
Oh, me?
Yeah, you might as well. You've got the mic.
Yeah.
I don't...
Mia likes her mic.
I know, I'm sorry. There you go, Paige. Take the mic.
I'm thinking like favourite... Would I want to be like favourite animals and stuff like that? And do you know what it is? This is going to be proper cheeseball, but I'd be a giraffe because at the moment that's cast as favourite animal. And I always want to be cast as favourite. And if you see them having fights...
Oh, where they swing their necks around.
Swing the necks in, absolutely. Like, basically Mia hitting everyone with a hair.
It's like that photo all over again.
I also think they're fast and majestic, but like, yeah, picked a toddler up in a safari park last week. I'm sure I seen a story about
Yes.
Yeah, I did.
Brilliant.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, giraffe.
I don't know. I can't make a decision because there's too many cool animals. I don't know.
I think you'd just be a dog.
I see.
Or a horse.
Oh no, they're useless then.
Snap too easy.
Oh,
She's got better
absolutely.
legs.
Yeah. See, I did think a dog, but then I think it'd be really cool to be an ostrich to see how quick it can run.
I could actually imagine you and Jack as a pair of ostriches, like.
Be really cool,
just
wouldn't it?
fucking running around and
No.
yeah.
Seriously, I'm
But
really
yeah.
solid.
They're
They've
vicious
killed
as
people
well.
with the...
Aye,
with
but
the
that's what I
kicks.
mean. She-
The kicks
Cows
are
do.
Like, the kicks are like, something like, I was going to say 50 miles an hour there, but it sounds really strong. And the beaks can just pierce you.
Have you seen people ride them?
No.
They do.
Yeah,
they do
they ride
races.
them.
Yeah, wouldn't trust it.
Have you seen how big the eggs are that they lay?
Yeah, I really want one just for dippy eggs.
Yeah, I know, but imagine being an ostrich and laying that.
Oh, nah. No one said I was going to be a
Have you
female
seen a giraffe
ostrich.
come out with another giraffe? They're best and messy. Who just flops out, all
Just like-
jangled. Yeah.
See, now all I can think of is Ace Ventura.
Watch me pictures.
Right then, so this is we'll finish off with Mia's game. Mia, I've never actually played it.
Right.
I just heard about it in the.
This is where it gets serious.
in the
Soup, salad, sandwich. Every single food in the world fits into one of those categories. It has to, and I don't want to hear, "Oh, it doesn't." It does in this game. So I'll give you an example with Paige. Paige.
Come in the shot a bit more, Mia. That's it.
You try and cut us out like. I slowly get us away every. Right, Paige.
Yeah.
Scrambled egg in a bowl, no bread, nothing. Soup, salad, sandwich.
Oh.
No bread. No bread.
No bread? Mm-mm. I reckon soup.
I'm going to say soup as well. I could drink it.
Salad.
I would say soup, but it just feels fucking ridiculous.
See, it's fun because eggs, for example, eggs can really be anything. So if I have my eggs scrambled, it's a soup. If I have my eggs poached, it's a salad. If I have my eggs boiled, it's like a sandwich because, yeah, it just is.
Oh, I think there's rules, right? I
There
reckon
is.
if you can eat it with a knife and fork, then it's a salad. If you eat it with a spoon, it's a soup. If you eat it with your hands, it's a sandwich.
Yeah,
But you said scrambled eggs there, didn't you?
yeah, it's a soup.
Why'd you use knife and fork?
No, I wouldn't. If it was in a bowl, I'd use a spoon.
I would also use a spoon.
Well, I'm an adult, so I'd use a knife and fork.
You don't eat your vegetables, you can't be counted as an adult.
True.
do, they just
Act
blend
like
it.
it though.
Full chicken.
Yeah, a full chicken.
sandwich. Because I'll just give a reason. Because if it's a full chicken, then I'm going to have the skin on. Because what I like to do is like cut it, have skin, a little bit salt, and then like make a little sandwich with the skin and chicken.
I'm going to go salad.
I don't understand it.
Oh, I've got another good
I
one.
do not understand this game.
It's a chicken.
And now it's a chicken. A chicken's a chicken.
Soup salad sandwich.
Just say one.
Salad.
Lasagna.
Sandwich. Because it's a bolognese sandwich.
Yeah, you can't eat with your
Salad.
hands though.
Salad.
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 You're picking this, and you say you're an adult and picking lasagna with your hands, shoving it in there.
They use the hands in India.
Wow. No, in Italy.
Next.
Paige, have you got any? We had
I'm trying to
loads at
think
the
of
time.
Good ones.
Yeah.
Trifle. Trifle.
Soup.
I don't know, it's really close between soup and salad for this
How
one.
could it possibly be a salad? You have to eat trifle.
Because of the base, because of the sponge base.
Got to eat it with a spoon.
You said you
Soup,
did the rules.
Fair soup. Soup. It's my game though.
See, we're right.
Camembert. Is that a cheese?
Yeah, but what am I eating it with? Because I'm
Ooh,
not
that's,
just like, I have
so
to
Joe's
dip
just
with
put
that.
it in. Camembert. I'm going to go soup.
I'm going to go sandwich.
I'm going sandwich because I would have to eat
You'd
it with
have to eat it with
something.
bread.
I'm not
You
just
wouldn't
going
just go
to
I know,
spoon
but then
it.
You introducing you that would be
No, still sandwich
bread
because I would just pick it up. I would keep it in its paper a bit and I would just pick it up and shove it in there because I'm not spooning it. I'm not going to spoon. I can't fork it. It'll come through the
Which
sparks.
one's camembert again? The runny one.
You can't pick that up.
You can, yes, you can, because you bake it in the paper sometimes.
Well, yeah, I would. If it's runny. He has
would
to give us
cool
the option of
first.
having bread with it. Therefore, it is a soup.
You can have it sliced.
It's a soup.
Sandwich.
It's our game. It's our house.
not your game.
Yeah. It's our podcast. One more.
I'm trying to think of a really
remember what the
obscure
good ones
one.
were.
I know, because we had some really interesting ones. Again, ones that are kind of both ravioli. Ravioli's it's like a salad, but
Who
it's
eats ravioli these days? Are you talking from a tin?
No, not fucking savage. Nice ravioli.
Where'd you get nice ravioli?
Loads of
Maybe savage, and
places.
yet you didn't know you couldn't cook frozen fish.
From frozen. How are you though? If you're selling frozen food, you should always be able to cook it from frozen. I should never have to buy something and then defrost it for 12 hours. I just shouldn't have to.
Are you talking about cod?
Yeah.
You can cook it from frozen?
Not this one, that's what I mean. I thought you could. This one you couldn't. It was salmon fillet. It said
I
must
said, was it cod?
But same kind of thing. I mean, Howie, what is so cookable about cod that isn't cookable about salmon?
Cods and fish fingers.
Yeah, but it's not in a finger.
always frozen.
It's a fillet.
Can you get salmon fingers?
Yeah, I think you can.
Singers.
Them will be singers. Them will be posh kids, won't they? However, one more.
There's Paige.
I think what was the big divide? There was some really big dividers.
Sunday dinner. Oh,
No, that's
salad.
obviously salad. But then if you had so Sunday dinner, no.
Sunday dinner would be
Yorkshire
sandwich.
Sunday
You would put
dinner,
everything in the
no.
Yorkshire pudding sandwich.
Just spoiled it now. That's what I was going to
Yeah.
say.
If
So you have a
had
Sunday
big
dinner.
Yorkshire pudding,
Yeah.
But if you just had some on the side,
Yeah, you'd
no.
still fill them.
No.
George, you have a big Yorkshire pudding or small ones?
All of them.
Or do you have small Yorkshire puddings inside a big Yorkshire pudding?
But you know what? I'm actually gonna be a bit further. If I've got it in a big Yorkshire pudding, it could even be a bit of a soup, because the Yorkshire pudding's the bowls.
Still wouldn't eat it with a spoon though.
I don't like a soggy bottom Yorkshire pudding.
I do.
I need to be able to get a small Yorkshire pudding, fill it with a little bit of everything on my plate, and then eat it.
Ice cream bowl versus cone. Ice cream in a cone sandwich. Ice cream in a bowl soup.
Oh, is this the final question?
This is just a statement.
It's just a statement.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know.
Facts.
Yeah.
Just going to shoot out. Have you got any statements to finish it off on, Sarah?
No. This
Paige?
game's shit.
No.
No.
Well, that's Behind the Bar podcast. Thank you very much. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.